There are two types of people in this world, normal people and people that play Astra. I'm neither of that because I'm what people classify as a failure, and that's why I play Valorant. Anyhow, one of the most well-hated things in the world in 2021 is COVID-19, the disease that kills millions of people and leaves a lot of people devastated. And also Astra. With the release of Astra, everyone and their mothers who weren't a controller main previously suddenly started to have galaxy brains for some reason. An agent concept that is so broken and new to the game, she basically gave every other controller at that time a sit in a wheelchair just by existing. But since then, she has got a slight nerf to her kit, some of which could be mentioned like the fucking 40-second suck and stun, which is over half my lifespan in a game of Valorant, and also a slight nerf by taking away one of her stars, making her a 4-star character instead of— wait, wrong game. And since I know your attention span is as short as a goldfish because you're a Valorant player, let's just get straight into this. Firstly, like any other controllers, you need a way to deploy smoke. If a game like CS requires you to learn thousands of lineups just to throw your smokes in one spot, which you might as well go study at university at that point, Valorant's smoking system is so simple. You just have to place the smoke where you want it to. With Astra, she has something called an Astra form. Start by pressing X and just go do something else because you're gonna stay in this form for the rest of the game. Anyways, if you look at your hotbar, you have 4 of these look like stars thingy that basically allows you to place them on any place in the map. You can place them here, here, and here. You're able to fly around and start placing some random shit on the map while your teammate shouts at you to smoke mid and you don't know where the rest of your stars went. There are a few things that could potentially happen when you're playing Astra. You might place your stars and forget where you placed them. You might place your stars but you forgot to use them. And when you want to use them, you realize you don't have any stars. You might only smoke the entire game. You might only stun the entire game. You might only suck the entire game. You might even forget to buy the stars in the first place. Or you don't play Valorant. And then there's the wall. Arguably probably one of the most confusing skill on her kit. In ranked play or unrated lobby, nobody even cares about the wall. They would either flash through it and kill you,
Last player standing.
knife you through the wall, or just walk through it and kill you. It's not really that useful. Okay, so why is Astra so hard for most players? Even CSGO players argue that we're such morons because they have to learn so many lineups just to smoke one spot, whereas we just need to place a star and then press a button. Well, the reason is simple. Valorant players are just less intelligent and Astra is just slightly more complicated than other smoking agents. If you compare Astra to Omen and Brimstone, their utils are very straightforward. Smoking is one separate mechanic to other utils, whereas Astra has to choose between a stun, suck, smoke. Every time you place a star, you always have 4 different options. You can take it back. You can cast the stars with a certain ability. You don't do anything with it. Or you just leave the game and don't play. Either way, you're not gonna have a good time. Astra itself is very fun. You can either have a lot of util at your own expense if you use them correctly, but you can also run out of util when your teammates need them if you don't use it correctly. If you're playing Valorant to de-stress, Astra will give you depression. So for casuals, if you don't care about getting yelled at by your teammates or not smoking mid, then yeah, go ahead. But then again, that's a problem all smoking agent face and all smoke mains face anyways. And if you want to relax when you're playing the game, which is the title of this video, to play like a casual, just don't play Astra.